Hello, traders. This is a question for Elliott wave traders, and the question is: how many mini Elliott wave cycle in one higher degree Elliott wave cycle? So you have been an Elliott wave student, Elliott wave trader, Elliott wave practitioner, or Elliott wave guru, or Elliott wave expert. What is the correct answer to the question? Okay, how many mini Elliott wave cycle in one higher degree Elliott wave cycle? This is an essential question for all Elliott wave traders, and one must understand it exactly, all right, and so one can make excellent Elliott wave forecast. Now, what's your answer? We want to know in the comment section. What did you come up with? Did you come up with 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9? How many mini cycle? Okay, in one higher degree Elliott wave cycle. Generally speaking, there are 3 mini Elliott wave cycle on one higher degree. All right, Elliott wave cycle. So one cycle will go from A to B, so something like this. If you're in the financial market, you want to understand this, and that's the Elliott wave cycle, because that trending fast and correction. Correction can be prolonged, blah blah blah. But I'm just calling the correction as 1, 2, 3. All right, it can be something else, WSY wave, flat correction, zigzag, and so on. But we just call it 1, 2, 3. So this is a trending fast and the correction. This is an Elliott wave cycle. So how many mini cycle do we have in this one? It's 3. All right. With that information, normally I should charge you all $1,000 each. You say, me, $1,000? You'll never get that. Don't worry. This is a free Elliott wave, okay, education. All right. It's free. So where are they? Where are those 3 mini cycle that form one higher degree Elliott wave cycle? So when you are counting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right, that's the trending fairness, the correction starting here. Now, some traders may disagree with what I'm saying here. Like I always say to traders, when somebody says something for the first time, don't discount it. You can just say, I don't believe that, or something like that. It doesn't make sense to me. But you can keep it to yourself. Don't rush into a quick conclusion. Why? You remember before? In the whole world before, everybody was believing, all right, that it was the sun that was rotating around the earth. And if you dare to say, all right, all right, that in fact it was the earth that was rotating around the sun, they put people to death for saying that. It's a strange thing to believe. So people jump because they come across something new, or they don't understand it, or they disagree with it. Please just take it in, think of it for a while, or maybe you keep it to yourself. Sometimes you may disagree with something, you just look and say, I think that guy is wrong. But then you're thinking, you're looking at it, you say, well, let's look at it more. So the point I'm making, the first mini cycle is this. It's ending at the end of the second wave. So the first wave and the second wave of a higher degree is forming a mini cycle of, okay, the higher degree, bigger cycle. That's the first mini Elliott wave cycle. How do I know? Because we use the structure of the first and the second wave to forecast the whole multi-wave. It's all hidden, especially the first mini cycle is so important. This is about the predictive factor pattern. So whenever you can go, for instance, to 3-minute time frame, for instance, and look for a cycle, Elliott wave cycle, and then try to study that cycle completely and then take a snapshot of it and keep it. Keep doing that day in, day out. So every day you come in, if did you see an Elliott wave cycle on a 3-minute time frame, take a copy of it, put it aside. All right, you keep doing that. So with those copies, when a trend is beginning, for instance, on the hourly time frame, try to look at that mini cycle that you see on the 3-minute time frame, whether it can help you to forecast what is happening on the hourly time frame. Now, a trader was asking me and said, George, when are you doing live recording using Elliott wave? I will do that. I will do it. Right now we are doing all kind of blah, blah, blah. We will do live Elliott wave. And how do we do that? We do the opposite. We see the cycle, the bigger cycle on a higher time frame. Now we know how that cycle is being formed. It's going to happen. Now we go back to the lower time frame to see it, print it out. So for instance, somebody may go on a daily chart, somebody who I see trader making all kind of mistake counting wave on the hourly time frame. What they should do, if you want to count wave correctly on the hourly time frame, go to the daily chart first and then count the wave there. Or do the Elliott wave forecast on the daily chart. And then come down now back to the hourly time frame and see whether your wave forecast on the higher time frame, which is the daily chart, will be fulfilled on your hourly time frame. That will be better way. So the point I'm making is that the first and the second wave form one mini cycle of the higher degree, bigger cycle. That's the first mini cycle. All right. And then, again, the third and the fourth wave form another mini cycle. All right? Impulse wave, corrective wave, mini cycle. Impulse wave, mini cycle. Impulse wave, corrective wave, mini cycle. Again, now, what is the third one? Okay, now what is the third one? That is the question for you. The third one is formed of the first wave, the fifth wave, and the first leg of the corrective phase. Because the corrective phase, if it's a flat correction, we have the A part of the flat correction, the B part of the flat correction, and the C part of the flat correction. But are you getting it? All right. So the first leg of, like now, we are in the third wave here. So if you count, if you are referring to this third wave alone, or this session here, which is a trending phase, all right. So we got first minor wave, second minor wave. That's one mini cycle of that trending phase. All right. Then again, if you keep doing it, then you have the third minor wave and the fourth minor wave, tiny one here. Another mini cycle completed. Now you go again, fifth minor wave in right, and then the fifth minor wave ended there. But you see the first reaction, you see this one, this move down, this one here. This is the first leg. You see, it came down first before bouncing up. That fifth minor wave, that first leg of it, that's another mini cycle. But why? The reason is, when the fifth mini cycle is being completed, all right, the corrective phase of the bigger cycle is unfolding. Are you getting it? So the third mini cycle, which is formed of the fifth wave and the first leg of the correction, all right, when that third mini cycle is in a corrective phase, which means when we have the first leg, so the portion of the third mini cycle is overlapping the corrective phase, is going into, so that this is the third mini cycle of the bigger cycle, is formed of this move up from in the first leg. But the corrective phase of the third mini cycle is a portion of the bigger corrective phase. So think of it. Maybe you disagree with me, that's fine. Some trader may say, yes, that's correct, that's not correct. So again, as I told you now, you see now, so I say to you, when we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it becomes ones, yes or no? become one impulse wave, yes or no. That's what we say. For the higher degree, yes or no. So again, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can put 1 there, one as one impulse wave. And then again, the correction that will follow here will be again that trend in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus that correction that we expected here. Okay, fourth wave. Yeah, this is the correction we expecting. Fourth wave, or is it will be another mini cycle of a bigger cycle. It's just rolling it, rolling it, rolling it. So you say 1, 2, 1 mini cycle, 3, 4, 1 mini cycle, and you say 5, first leg, mini cycle, and then you go again, you go back to the beginning, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, become 1, then we go again, like we go back to the starting, 1, 2, we are going back again, 1, 2, when we reach the top, we come back here like 1, 2, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you say 1, and then we go, we are back here, 1, then we go 2, that another mini cycle, and the price can keep doing that, like here you see here. So there were mini cycles during this trending phase that we are calling now the first wave. So we can go around now, dig into this and say, what is the first wave, what is the second wave, what is the fourth wave of that move up to here? That's a trending phase. All right. So all the way down here, you see the first leg. This is the first leg of that correction. So that what we are calling here first wave. If we can identify the fifth manual wave or that first wave, that fifth manual wave and that first leg of the correction at the beginning here will form the third mini cycle of the bigger cycle. The bigger cycle in this case is this move all the way up here and down here. That's one cycle. But that cycle is formed out of a 3 mini cycle. 1, 2, 3, 1, and then again 1, 2. And that bigger 1, 2 forming the higher degree, okay, cycle. That higher degree cycle is formed of a 3 mini cycle. Remember that the third mini cycle, the corrective phase of the third mini cycle is overlapping the corrective phase of the bigger cycle. Be careful, guys. This is quite interesting stuff, and sometimes it's amazing. Now, stay with me, please, because it's very important. Because you are my friend, I should be charging you $1,000 for this tutorial. But here we are. I'm giving it to you for free. Can you imagine that? So look at this stock here. Okay. It's only 12 minutes, so we can talk a little bit more. So this stock here, so we say, we may, if we, so first wave, so you see the corrective phase has been prolonged, it's ending here. So first wave of a higher degree, second wave ending here. One big cycle is completed. That cycle, right? That's one cycle, okay? But this cycle, look at it. How many years? It took from 1984, all right, to 2009. That's 16 plus 9, okay? That's 25 years, isn't it? 25 years, am I correct? Or am I getting tired? That's 16 years. 16 to go to 2000, 16 plus 9. That's 25 years for one big Elliott cycle to be completed. But that big Elliott cycle on the monthly chart is subdivided into 3 mini cycles. Now again, here we are. Now we are in a third wave, yes or no? All right? And then we're going to have a correction forming what? The fourth wave. So this is it. So another mini big cycle. So that middle cycle here from 2009, if this is the end of the fourth wave, of course, because we are still hanging around here, it can be prolonged. So now it looks to me that this is the end of the fourth wave, but don't be surprised if it come back down, blah, blah, blah. Then we start talking about triangle or consolidation. Now suppose that this is the end of the fourth wave. So we'll say again, from 2009, all right, to here, 2000, let's call it 2016, end of 2016, we have another mini cycle. How many years? From 2009 to 2017, 8 years. This is where it becomes very, very interesting. If the fourth wave is completed, one will expect again a fifth wave. So you go up, forming the fifth wave of a higher degree. And then we see the first leg of the correction. That will be another fifth wave. So you see now, so Suppose that a third mini wave ends somewhere in 2014 or 2023 or 2024, something like that. Call it 2023. Very bad number, by the way. 23 is very bad. So suppose you end here, 2023. What will be going through your mind? You'll be saying to your client that the mama corrective wave will happen. Why? Because three big, all right, three big mini cycles are coming to the end. So though we are calling this, that was 25 years, a mini cycle of a bigger cycle. Now we see again, if this one is completed, that's the second mini cycle of a bigger cycle. But that second mini cycle took 8 years. This one took 25 years. So they are not ordinary, minuscule, okay, cycle. So when we see the third bigger mini cycle being completed, what's going to go to our mind? We will say that, oh, the mommy corrective wave is coming. Now, it doesn't mean that it will be deep, it will be completely all over the place. But we know that a bigger cycle is completing. And that cycle, if we say that it's ending at 2000, if we say that, the third mini cycle ending in 23, all right, in 2023, which means the first leg of that fifth wave, if it ends somewhere in 23, then the corrective phase of the bigger cycle will follow through, because the corrective phase of the third mini cycle will be overlapping the bigger corrective phase. So we'll be saying that the cycle that started in 1984, 25 plus 9, that's 34, and now 17 to 24, that's another 7 years, you see, 34 plus 7, okay, 41. Almost 40 years for 3 mini cycles to be completed, plus the last portion of the corrective phase of the bigger cycle. All right, we will leave it here today because I'll give it to you like this. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information or data. I mean, if you disagree, that's normal. If this is new to you, that's okay. If you have a lot of reservation about this, that's normal also. But please do not just discount it and bin it, all right? Put it somewhere in the drawer, so you say, okay, I don't want to throw it away. You keep it somewhere safe. And then in your own time, you can come back again and revisit this and see what is happening. All right? So the cycle can go on and on and on and on and on and on. And you'll be saying what's going on. All right? So for instance, you may see 3 mini cycles on the, for instance, 3 minute time frame that will form, okay, a bigger cycle on the hourly time frame. But those mini cycles on the 3 minute time frame can be extended also. So it can take a long time to be completed on the 3 minute time frame. So on the 3 minute time, we say 1 hour or 2 hours, all right, something like that. And a 3 mini cycle, 3 hours will form, okay, a bigger cycle on the hourly time frame, or 3 mini cycle on the hourly time frame will be bringing, okay, one bigger cycle on the daily chart. Same thing, daily chart will bring a 3 mini cycle on the daily chart will bring a bigger cycle on the monthly chart. 3 mini cycle, you can see here we are on the monthly chart when that fifth wave is completed and the corrective phase here is completed. That's okay, 3 mini cycle and one big corrective wave being completed, forming one cycle. When that is completed, you will see on the hourly time frame, you will form 1 higher degree, a cycle. When we see the fourth and the fifth wave, and the corrective phase completed, you will see that, okay, a bigger cycle. So because of the hourly time, it's 1, 2, 3, we're expecting 4 and then 5, and then the correction will come. I say now the monthly chart 3 mini cycle are completing one big, all right, Elliott wave cycle on the yearly chart. If you have any question or suggestion, please put it in the comment section. All right. And in due course, I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. This is an essential tutorial for Elliott wave traders, and I hope you have enjoyed it. All right. As always, if you are saying wow, 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 and you say this is a very important subject, okay, that can open the eyes of other Elliott wave traders, please be sure to share it. I will really, really appreciate it. I always like traders who share the video. All right, I will really, really appreciate that. So we do not hide it to ourselves. We spread the message. So when it's happening, nobody else is fighting you. So don't hesitate to share video. When I record video like this is what traders don't understand. I share them a lot. So I will share them on Twitter. I will share them, okay, on Facebook. All right. I will share them on Tumblr. All right. And then a few weeks later, I keep sharing it. That's how we get some view, all right? So on my part, after doing all the hard lifting and posting the video, I'll spend again time sharing them, making, exposing it so people share about, know about it. So because if few people only know about something in the market, it's not good. And more people know about it, so they understand the market cycle, they will invest more carefully. They will not go to jump on the price all over the place, okay, buy in at the top of the fifth wave when the correction is beginning, and they wonder, this was happening to some, okay, Bitcoin traders, and people lose so much money in the Bitcoin because they don't understand the market cycle. All right? If this video has been truly, truly useful to you, please let us know by giving us the thumbs up. If you dislike it, mark it down. If you think it's an essential tutorial, as I said, please feel free to share it. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel today. It is free. All right, be sure to click on the notification bell so anytime we record a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. Our YouTube channel is 24 Elliott Waves in plural, digit 2, digit 4, Elliott Waves. Our Facebook page is stochastic-market. So sometimes I'm posting video first on Facebook, sometimes first on YouTube. So by making sure you click on the notification bell, anytime a live streaming is beginning on YouTube, you will know. So I usually give trader 1 hour. Google will send a message, say, guys, George is coming in 1 hour or something like that. All right. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes not there. But recently I've been around. Some trader talk to me online, chatting on YouTube. All right. So this is something good. Streaming live. All right. Premiering the video. Any more questions? How many mini cycles on one big cycle? You still think it's 5? Do you think it's 7? Okay. If you think it's 7, let us know and justify. Just don't just put 7. Tell us why you think it's 7. And so today we talk about minuet and blah blah blah. I don't get into those blah blah blah. The minuet. All right. I want the lion's share. So trader will come with different. It depends on what you are calling cycle, but that's the way we define cycle. The first and the second wave. That's the first mini cycle is so important, can help us to predict the bigger cycle altogether. So that's it. That sometimes when we are doing that, okay, if the first and the second couldn't help us very much, we also watch the second and we also watch the third and the fourth. So traders have been using only the structure of the first and the second to forecast the market. Sometimes they get lost. Sometimes that is not very helpful. Usually very helpful, but sometimes the information that you are looking for is hidden between the third and the fourth. All right, or you may get some information during the fifth and the first leg of the correction. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching. We will speak to you very soon. We are the TSTW24 traders, talking about how many mini Elliott wave cycle in one higher degree Elliott wave cycle. So if somebody come to you say it's Elliott wave guru, Elliott wave expert, Elliott wave practitioner, just gently ask him that simple question. Or if you want to impress somebody about Elliott wave, just explain to them what I explained to you today, and they will be watching you and say, where do you get that from? Tell them 24 Elliott waves. Thank you, traders. Speak to you soon.